Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with a new zombies video for you today. I've been doing a lot of these zombies video recently, I hope you enjoy them. But today I wanted to talk about the upcoming game Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which has obviously a zombies mode as we've recently realised with the reveal trailer. I just want to spend this time to talk about this upcoming game and what to expect, and also my personal worries and thoughts as to how the game will be, because God, I hope it's better than Black Ops 4. Speaking of Black Ops 4, I don't want to beat a dead horse and say, oh, the game was terrible, because we know that zombies mode was complete AIDS, and hopefully Cold War can just learn from those mistakes. So far, it looks like the devs have listened. Obviously, Jug is back, the old perk system seems to be back, but they've made a lot of changes. People are saying how, oh, score streaks, first time in zombies. They're forgetting the score streaks in Exo Zombies as well, which I thought was actually a nice addition to Exo Zombies, was the score streaks. I don't know why people are going, oh no, score streaks might ruin the gameplay, but I'd love to disagree, because score streaks were, like I say, were quite a good addition to Exo Zombies. But going back to Black Ops 4, it looks like they've made the necessary changes that the fans wanted and needed at the end of it. But it also looks they're changing to a new story. It looks like Ether is finished after Black Ops 4, so I'm excited to see what the new story is. Obviously the story got very convoluted towards the end, so I'm kind of glad that it's over. It's good to put that story to rest. But it also begs the question, what is this next story going to be about? Because in the trailer it shows Woods from the campaign. It's like, what has he got to do with the zombies storyline? And obviously there's this character called Sam who's all grown up and has brown hair, and we all know that that's our good old buddy Samantha there somewhere, you know, which I'm very excited to see what part she has to play in the story. Although from first glance, the Wonder Weapon did look a bit like the jet gun, which made my heart stop for a second there, but then when I saw the blast that it affected the zombies, that, oh, okay, it's a better Wonder Weapon than that shit. We don't got the jet gun back, thank God. One thing I am questioning about this new zombies map called Die Machina, or D-Machina? I don't know. Is that the fact that it's making another Knacked remake. It's like we already have one on BO1, we have the Transit one, we obviously have the BO3 one. It's like, do we really need another Knacked Token remake? But obviously it looks better as the graffiti, which is a nice spin on it, but I just don't see why we had to have a Knacked remake. I feel like there are so many other maps that needed the remake more than Knacked Token, you know? With that said, at least, I hope they at least utilise that space and don't just have it as like a fan servicey thing to stick at the top of the map, which is what it feels like it's going to be from the trailers. I don't want to jump the gun, but it feels like they just threw Knacked in as like a memorable place to be like, oh, this is still Treyarch Zombies, don't leave the franchise because the last one was shit, you know? It just feels a bit like that from first glance to me, at least. Obviously this is all just speculation though. I'm sure this zombies mode for this new game is going to be miles ahead of the fucking horrible mode we got of zombies in BO4, trust me. As long as it's better than that, I'm going to be happy. And speaking of which, I've bought the game, I've pre-ordered it, so I will be playing CoD Cold War when it comes out, which I'm very excited about, to be honest. I'm excited for the new zombies content, and I'm excited to see what Treyarch has in store for us. But going on to content, I hope that the maps that we have are... We just need good maps. We need maps like Drak, we need like Shadows of Evil, like Ascension, or Moon, or like, you know what I mean? Some of those might be bad examples, but I stand by what I said. This game needs a series of maps that have a rich and wide variety of content to play with while also not drowning the casual player. Maps like Drak or Shadows of Evil are really good examples of this. They have so much content you're never going to get bored in the map, but also they aren't insanely difficult like Zetsubo no Shima or Revelations. The main objective for Treyarch should be to bring back the casual audience, because a lot of that was lost in BO4, and a bit of it was lost in BO3, to be honest, as well. I love zombies with all my heart. It's one of my favourite video game modes of all time, and if this zombies mode in Cold War flops, then we might see the last time we have, you know, a zombies mode in COD, and that's scary. We need Cold War to succeed at zombies, otherwise zombies will fade from the Call of Duty franchise. I think this is the last straw for, you know, for Activision for the zombies mode, because the last few installments of the zombies mode have been very lackluster with IW and World War II. Going back to the new map Die Machina, or whatever it's called, it very obviously isn't going to be as beautiful as Shadows of Evil or have anywhere near as much depth as Mob of the Dead. But maybe that's what we need for the launch map. We need a map that's has enough content to appease all of the tryhard and Easter egg hunters, whilst also keeping the casuals happy with just a simple, fun zombies experience. And speaking about content beyond just score streaks, we need shit like the Apothicon Sword, or the Skull of Non-Subway, or the fucking Dragon Strike from Gorod. We need shit like that back. That is what made zombies so much fun to me, having all of these things that you can unlock, like the 1-inch punch, or the... you know what I mean? One thing I really think Treyarch needs to do more with these new maps is they need maps with multiple wonder weapons. Not even like elemental wonder weapons like the staffs or the bows necessarily. Just more than one wonder weapon so that you can play on co-op with your mates and you can pick which wonder weapon you want to run with. Like if I'm on Dries and Drac with my mate, I can say, hey, you have the void bow this time and I'll have the storm. Or the other way around, or I can go for the wolf bow. Or on like Origins and be like, do you want the fire bow or the ice bow? Or staff, sorry. Not fighting with your friends on co-op for the wonder weapon, you are both having fun with your own respective wonder weapons that are all available on the map, you know? Treyarch needs to rediscover that sweet spot, that perfect zombies map formula. Maps like Mob of the Dead, Dreisendrach, Shadows of Evil, Go Rod Crovey, those maps were perfect, big, fun quest maps with lots of activities to be getting on with so you don't get bored if, you know, you're just standing by the box or whatever. You can do stuff on the map, but it also is fun. You know? The casual players don't have to run around the map with their dick in their hands while their other friends do the Easter egg. It is fun for all players. Those maps seems to have a near perfect formula to accommodate all playing styles. Or even going back to basics and giving us more simpler maps like Ascension or Call of the Dead. Maps that have Easter eggs but are easier. And plus, you're not drowning the player with all of this lore and story. Samantha isn't shouting in your ear saying, "Start over!" And that's why I think the zombie storyline and zombies as a whole after BO3 or even during BO3 at some stage got way too up itself. It got way too engulfed in its story to understand that gameplay comes first in a fucking video game. The difference between BO3 and BO4 is that BO3 had an amazing engine for zombies and the maps were for the most part all superb. I'm not even going to lie to you. The problem with BO4 is that all the maps had so many flaws, as well as the fact that they were all primarily story based. Because let's be honest, which map are you going to play? Dreisendrach or Night of the Dead? Or Dead of the Night? What's the map called? It just goes to show that Treyarch really dropped the ball with BO4 Zombies. I'm not saying that every map in BO4 Zombies was bad. I personally really love 9 and Ancient Evil and Classified, and I kind of don't mind Tag, even though it's just another typical remake from that game. But it is very clear that something went seriously wrong behind the scenes at Treyarch. But it's best not to dwell on their mistakes and just be hopeful for their next game and hope that they've learnt from all their mistakes, which it looks like they have, which is why I'm kind of really hopeful and optimistic and excited for Cold War Zombies. At the same time, I don't want to get my hopes up too high to just be let down with another terrible zombies game. And that is where I'll leave you. I won't do an in-depth analysis at the trailer. There are hundreds of videos like that on YouTube you can watch. But I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. I hope you're excited for Cold War Zombies, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon with a new zombies video. Oh, and by the way, Treyarch, if you're watching, which you're probably not,
I want my Transit remake.